Hey guys, it's Abby, and today I'm here to do a Bella Swan wedding makeup tutorial. This is the look, and I really like how it came out, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, so I'm going to be using two products to prime my eyes. The first one is the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion, because a product that I'm using later is that causes the shadow underneath to crease. So I'm just going to use only a little bit of it and just use my finger to rub it in. And I don't use this very often anymore, only times that it really needs it for products that I'm using that are going to crease. And what I typically use is the Painterly Paint Pot, because that just conceals everything underneath and it does a good job of just making the eyeshadow last. And I'm using that with the Sigma Precision round brush. Okay, the next product I'm using is the NARS Corfu Cream Shadow. That's upside down. And this is the product that creases if you don't put anything underneath it. It's this really pretty like shimmer color, and I'm just using this to make like as a base color for all the other shadows. I'm just using my finger with it. And don't be afraid to use a lot. And I'm just using that all over the lid and taking it into the crease partially. So the eyeshadow palette that I'm going to be using is the Bare Minerals The Truth. And I'm going to be mixing colors in it. Here, I'll use the first two colors, the white shimmer with the taupey color, and I'm just going to mix these two colors and put that on the inner part of my eye. And just kind of blend it up. The next two colors I'm going to use from that palette are that white mixed with the color directly underneath it. It's a little bit darker from that one, so I'm just mixing those two. And I'm going to put that in the outer part of the eye and just bring that into the crease. And then when you apply it to the crease with just like a plain, just regular brush, I'm going to take a crease brush and just blend that out. The next color I'm going to use is in the Naked 2 palette, and it's called Pistol. And it's just this really pretty gray color, and she has this really nice gray just slightly underneath her lower lash line. So I'm going to take, like, I'll just use the brush that came with it, with the palette, and knock off any excess because the shadows in this palette fall out, and just run it under the lash line. And then for the highlight, she has this really pretty subtle highlight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix two colors from the Naked 2 palette. I'm going to mix the first one and the third one, which are called Foxy and Booty Call. Because her highlight isn't very matte, but it's not very shimmery. So I'll take that in the brow bone. And then just in the inner corner. And Bella has really gorgeous eyeliner in this look, and I'm going to use an eyeshadow instead of an eyeliner to achieve this. I'm going to use the color Blackout in the Naked 2 palette. And I'm just using like a flat top brush, or you know what I mean. And this is just from the art store. And I'm going to take it all over, just equal thickness, just rough. It doesn't have to be completely neat. On the outer corner, it doesn't have to be very neat, but try to keep it neat on the inner corner. And then for the outer part, she has it smudged. So what I'm going to do is just start building it up there. Just like that. And take, where'd that brush go? This is a Sonia Kashuk brush. I don't remember what number it is, but it's just like the dome synthetic brush. And I'm going to use that to blend this edge of the line up. And just keep reapplying the black until you've smudged it enough. So that part took quite a while, so I didn't want to like bore you with the entire thing, so I took out the rest of the smudging and stuff. So just keep building it up and using a brush to just smudge it out into your crease. And then after you're done smudging, you probably lost some of the line. So I'm just gonna go back in and make sure that there's still a line like lining the eye there. Bella has quite natural lashes in this movie and this wedding scene, so I'm not going to use false lashes for it. Instead, I'm just going to use my favorite mascara right now, which is the Mega Plush Volume Express mascara from Maybelline. So I'm just going to curl my lashes and use that mascara. And Bella doesn't have anything in her waterline from what I can tell, so I'm just leaving my waterline blank. Bella has like a quite flawless light coverage sort of foundation on, so obviously my skin isn't as poreless as hers, so I'm going to use the Too Faced Prime and Poreless primer, and all I'm using to blend that out is a Sigma tapered kabuki brush, and mine's almost out. So just about that much for your whole face, and just like dot it where you need it. And she has very flawless skin, and it's summertime where she's filming it, and so I don't expect her to use a very heavy cakey coverage foundation, and it doesn't look very cakey at all. It looks very natural. So I'm going to use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind foundation, and this is very amazing foundation for light coverage. It's just a really good foundation. So I'm just going to blend it out with my Sigma round kabuki brush. So just like apply it with the sponge applicator. I think they do sell a liquid foundation for this, but I really like the amount that the like how the sponge controls the amount that you get out of it, so I like this type of application. And then I'm just going to use this to blend it out. For concealer, I'm just going to use my typical concealer. It's the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Under Eye Concealer. And I usually use this like all over my face, not only on my under eye circles, but I'm going to use a different concealer today. So I'm just going to use this under here. And I'm going to use the Sigma Precision Tapered brush to blend it out. And the concealer that I'm going to use on like extra redness and blemishes and stuff is the Makeup Forever Flash Concealer Palette. And I'm just going to use, this is my only clean precision brush from Sigma right now. It's the angled one, so I'll just use this. And I'm just going to mix my color using two of the colors on the palette, and just going to use this to conceal. Okay, so the powder I'm going to use is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural, and she doesn't have a matte finish, it's just a very, very natural, beautiful finish. And I'm going to use a duo fiber brush so I don't get too much product on my face. That's all I'm going to use to set the foundation. And for bronzer and stuff, she has very sculpted cheekbones. I'm just going to use my NARS Laguna to just sculpt them. And it looks like in her hairline, she has a little bit of bronzer. I'm just going to add a little bit on my neck. And for her blush, she has a very light sort of peachy color, so I'm going to use my MAC Spring Sheen blush. It's really glittery, so I'm just going to like knock off some of the glitter and just use that. And it's very subtle, very, very subtle. And she has a really, really subtle highlight, and what I'm going to use for that is the Shell Cream Color Base from MAC. And just going to dot a little of that on my cheekbones, down my nose, and my Cupid's bow, just a tiny bit on my chin. I can rub the extra on my brow bone. Okay, so I just did my brows, and I'm just gonna do my lips and we'll be all done. I'm gonna use a color to just like pale out my lips, like make them very neutral. And I'm gonna use the Viva Glam Gaga 2 lipstick from MAC, and only a tiny bit, just to sort of make them more neutral my skin. You can use a concealer or something, but I just wanted to use a lipstick. And I tried a lot of different combinations of the stuff that I owned. So this is what I found for me, and all that I had that looked the best. So I'm going to use the Pixie Rose Lip Treatment in number 4 lip petal. I don't think you can see that, but... And you can get this at Target. And then I'm going to add more of a like deeper pink lip gloss over top of it, because Bella does have a lip gloss on in this picture and in this scene. And I'm going to use the NARS Super Orgasm. I don't think you can see that. That's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Bye!